lot going on in our industry that, maybe you're aware of, maybe you're not, what's going on. Tomorrow night, Rachel's doing her overview every Tuesday, Thursday, and I'm pretty sure it'll be her tomorrow night. Even if you've watched it once, twice, 3 times now, you need to keep watching it. The best thing you can do for yourself in this business is know your business like the back of your hand. And once you do, it's almost like, I hate the change because it means we got to know new numbers and new math and different things. But once you have it, you can get through it very easily with people, and it becomes effortless. So listen to her again and again till you can do that. We used to say, if you can't do that presentation yourself, you haven't learned it yet. So, and actually she's got a site somewhere. I have in my notes somewhere that she's got some of the first ones taped and stuff, and maybe we can get a more recent one. But our industry is evolving really quickly, and for a couple of reasons. One of the things that she said, and definitely take note of this, is this is all news. This is, not anything that we all shouldn't know. But she said that for this next year, because of inflation, even if we keep the same costs for clothing, food, rent, whatever you're paying, we're all going to need an additional $5,000 on top of our whatever we budgeted for the year. That's not going on a vacation or a spending spree or a larger house or anything. Just to stay status quo, we're going to need an additional $5,000. These are the things that you need to weave into your conversations when you're talking to people, particularly if you want to get towards business. Okay. But it doesn't matter if it's product or business, but that's reality. I don't know if you've kept up with the news, and I'm sure you've heard, but Disney locally here laid off 7,000 employees. 7,000.
That's just local. That's not
just this month.
Worldwide. That's not California. That's just local.
Yeah. So that's just this month. That's February. That was 3% of their workforce. Doesn't sound a lot, but then I quickly found Zoom this month. Again, these are this month, laid off 15% of its workforce. 15%. Dell, 15%. HubSpot, another 7%. PayPal, another 7%. Look around when I have a conversation with people. Oh my goodness, that's another store that's going out of business. I don't know where we're going to shop anymore other than online. We really won't have a physical store to be able to go to anymore, because certainly by now here, and I almost pity, we had 2 mom and pops pop up, but the mom and pops that had been around forever in this area, they went out of business in the last year. So I feel bad that families put money together to go into business when they're not watching the trends. I don't know why they would think they could open up a retail store when, the stable ones have recently gone out of business. But I want you to realize what's going on too with the workforce. Women are going back into the workforce faster than men these days, quite a bit faster than men. And they're able to do that because of the benefits a business like ours offers. Work from home, work remotely, don't have to have a lot of skill. They're the ones that are out there. So again, who are we speaking to? A lot of the times, that's what we're speaking to is women, particularly with our products and stuff. But you know what, guys, you just got to put a different spin on it. If I was a guy, I'd be talking collagen and ED all day long, because I know that is really important to guys. And I can't go there, and I would never go there. But it's certainly a conversation. I mean, I'll just tell you, in Chicago, we had that specialist come in, and, a lot of the guys were really interested in what he had to say. And these were doctors and grown men. So I know it's a hot topic with guys. So, I'd go there. Know who you're selling to. That's the simplest way. And you're really always selling to yourself. You're selling to who you are. Your concerns are going to be the concerns of the people that you're talking to. So if you're ever not sure about that. But direct sales is the way, like I said, there's no physical stores. We're going to have to get everything online. So we are already ahead of the curve because we've got a business model doing what others are fighting for. I don't know if you heard that Nike just went into the affiliate market program. And so by that means that if I wear a Nike shirt and I put it up on Instagram. I wear the shirt on Instagram, and I get a link from the company. I get approved an affiliate buyer, and somebody buys the shirt because I wore it on Instagram. Then Nike is now going to pay 11%. All right,
Wow.
11%. Yeah, but tie that into what we can get now. We can get up to 30% repeatedly.
But also Nike, you have to be an influencer with at least
Yeah.
1 million followers for them to accept you.
Yeah.
So
So-
you and I can't do it. Okay,
So
we
the-
can't do that.
Yeah, so it's not that you can learn how to be it, but again, the money's not in that. You know, Amazon too, again, pays a lot less. Amazon, I don't know how those girls make money with it. They pay a lot less.
And they had
Target,
massive layoffs too, Amazon.
yeah, Target, you know, again, these are work from home positions they can get, but they're not paying anywhere near what we're going to get paid for collecting customers. So that's why when we talk about collecting customers, that's why that's become important. It's not that we've shifted from building the company or the business that we want as far as, you know, network marketing or whatever you want to call it these days. I don't know what we're calling ourselves, but in order to build a big business, there's a method to our madness. And the method starts with collecting customers. Because if you all think about when you got started in this business, and even to today, what is the easiest thing for you to talk about our business? Is it easy to go out and talk about finding business partners? Or is it really easy to talk about customers? It's a natural for us to talk about customers. We find that much more enjoyable. We enjoy talking about, you know, the products. So we're collecting customers because we enjoy it. It's in our wheelhouse. We don't have to reinvent this. This is where we're going. So we can just continue to do what we're doing. But there are some things along the way as you're talking to people that you can be doing. So we're going to collect those customers. And so you realize these customers are going to stay almost attached to us. They're not going to be a level below us, but they're going to be attached to us on the side, what the company is calling a basket, or Rachel calls level 0. They're in a basket next to us. We can get paid minimum 10%. Nike was 11, we're 10. Nike doesn't have the repeat income. We have repeat income month after month, but that can go up to 30%. I'd rather sell our stuff. I mean, I think ours is more exciting than, you know, some kind of sweatshirt or something, or a sports bra or whatever, you know, you might be selling through Nike. So, you know, once you get those customers and you've talked product and they're on it, it's just a conversation that you're having with them. A lot of times they'll just say, can I sell this stuff? Or can I refer this stuff? Because anybody that's anybody these days knows that you can make money. Just like, you know, years ago, anybody remember flea markets? You all kind of remember? I know Bobby worked in a flea market for years. He owned some spots in a flea market. You would never go into a flea market and take the set price. If it said $5, you know it's a flea market, so you go in and you try to uncut them, and you did that bargaining. If you go over into Turkey or whatever, if you go there, you go to these big fair markets, you always are bartering with them. It's a given. It's what you're taught to do. Well, today women and men are taught that, you know, we get paid if we refer things. And so it's a very natural conversation. So once we get a customer, the follow-up, which we're going to get paid very well for now, we need to continue to do that follow-up to make sure that they are getting the best results on whatever product they're taking. Like I said, I had a lady was smearing collagen all over her face in the beginning. And, you know, I mean, we've all had people take products at the wrong time of day and stuff like that. So follow-up is critical. But as you're doing follow-up, you need to ask for referrals. Will everybody give you a referral that first time? No, absolutely not. But as that relation creates, and I can tell you, Bobby and I have a bunch of customers that anything we'd asked, it's like we're best friends. And you know what? They could walk past me on the street. I have no idea what they look like. It's been a phone thing for many, many years, but they'd do anything that we wanted because we have that relationship. They've been such a great customer for us. We've appreciated who they've been. And so if we ask for a referral, they try to give referrals whenever they can. Those people, the ones that are able to do referrals, they see a whole nother level for themselves. They see that they can actually build a business. So you see, we're building belief in people where before we brought them into a meeting, And we tried to instill that belief before they left the room, but then they left the room, they had cold feet, and then they didn't talk to somebody unless they bought a whole bunch of product. Well, those days are all gone. So now you have to start with the customer and work to the business. Occasionally, somebody will raise their hand and say, I want to be in business, but most people are going to be a customer first. And so that's why we keep telling you, not only does it pay well, but we want to get those customers. Because when you think about it now, those customers, we can get, like I said, minimum 10%, we can get up to 30%. And even they mentioned 40%.
40 on the
sales
retail price.
of the retail price
Yeah.
of those customers. Okay, so that's there and that's understood. What we're not understanding is those distributors that we have on our front level, the ones that we create. And I want you to think about your business. I don't know if your business looks like mine. I know we placed people under people, but if you stopped placing people, what would your business look like? Bobby's and ours would be like this. It'd be straight across. I mean, there be very little depth. They're just not going to be the depth that there would be across. That's most people. When you start your business, it's you and the people on your front line. That is people under there. But you'll see if you're recruiting and getting customers, it's going wider and wider and wider. So you'll see that the way that the comp plan pays now is the biggest level that we get is that first level right under us. So again, it is really rewarding the worker that goes out. So if they're even a customer and you're not even getting, let's say you're just getting 10%, you're getting 10% for the customer, but you're getting 10% for that distributor too. So you've got it on both sides. It's paying a whole lot more money than our old plan. But these are some numbers that you need to know. And we've gone over this. I might say to somebody today, if I could teach you to make $2,000 a month, would that interest you? If I wanted to get into a conversation, let's say I had a collagen customer, she really liked it. Maybe she referred a person or two. And I'd say, if I can teach you how to make $2,000 a month, would that interest you? $24,000 a year. You don't have to even be really good on the math. So this is the stuff you need to know by the back of your hand. And again, this is something I would write down. So if you have 36 collagen customers, okay, who are in your basket, that 36 times 112 comes out to 4,000 points. The 4,000 points get you $1,200. Okay, that's repeat income. Very important with this, repeat income. Every month. So you get that 1,200, but if you just have two friends, now, and you hear this all the time with, like, I got a call today for somebody that she told me if I put 20,000 down, I'm guaranteed to make 2,000 and I could do it again and again. It's like total scam. It just reeked of scam all over the place, but she's believing it. So what it is, but you can tell two people how to do exactly what you did. And you can feel really good about it. If I made, 1,200, I'd feel really good. And I'd want to tell two people. So if I tell two people, again, on my front line, 10%, they each do 4,000. So I pick up another 400. They're distributors now, 400 on either side. So I've got my 1,200, I've got 400 and 400. That's my 2,000. Okay. So, and it doesn't matter if that's not enough money to get them excited. You show them in a matter of seconds how to make, $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year. You showed it to them very quickly. So then the person can say, oh, I can do that much faster. I can make a lot more money. Or maybe that's scary. And this is where you might read their face. Maybe that's scary to them and say, well, hey, I can just chop that in half real easy. Let me show you how to chop it in half. So, that's a starting point where if you know those numbers by the back of your hand, it makes it very easy. That's our presentation. That's our business presentation these days. That's all you need to be able to show somebody. You're not going to show them any of the slides that you see, with the early on presentations that showed you the onyx and the silver and gold and diamond and all that. You're not going to show them all the levels and stuff. Too confusing for people. People want to know what's in it for me. I want to know how I'm going to make money. And if you can show them very easily, that makes it easier. So do you want to add anything before I go on, Bobby, or?
Well, the whole purpose of the change in the compensation plan is to reward, let's just call it the middle class, the working class in the business. And we had two problems. And again, you know, anybody that was working the business and doing business was earning money. But the industry over the last 2 or 3 years had changed, and we had become disproportionate. We were one of the top 2 or 3 commissionable companies, best payouts. Okay, we paid out the most, but it was disproportionate to where the people that were working and doing the most business, where they were. Okay, so what's happened is it's more balanced now, and social selling, you know, being an influencer, doing what it's done is it's gotten rid of the stigma of anyone that is hung up on multi-level marketing or network marketing and got this thing in their head from 20, 30 years ago. Okay, it's gotten rid of that because they do not need to build a business to make a lot of money with this company. If they just want to sell product, they can just sell product. And the fact of the matter is, some of the people that become their customers are going to invite themselves into doing the business. They're going to say, can I do this too? Okay, now if you make it a long-winded proposition, they ain't going to ask you how they can do it with you. If you start getting all stupid with them and saying dumb stuff and using dumb terms, but if you just say, look, if we just got 36 customers, you know, that's not even 1 a week over the next year. Okay, that's less than 1 a week. And we only got 2 of your friends somewhere in the next year to do it with us. That's 24,000 or more a year. And you said that in 30 seconds. Okay, no pictures, no nothing. You said that in 30. That's the way the industry has been moving the last 2 or 3 years. We're taking it a step further. And you're not familiar with a lot of this stuff. And honestly, you don't need to be. But we're addressing regulatory issues that could come to surface in the next year or two. We're getting ahead of them. Okay, so we're doing everything to stay ahead of the FTC, the Securities and Exchange. We're staying ahead of everything, and we're going to be the model example for the industry. And not only are we going to have, well, not only do we already have the best college in the world, but we're going to have the most marketable compensation plan in the world in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is, on March 1st. So the key is simplicity. That's the key. Okay. And, you know, and here's all you need to know. You're going to be getting a consultant price. There's going to be a subscription price that's going to be about 10% higher than consultant price. Okay, and then there's going to be a retail price for somebody that doesn't want to be on subscription. So you're going to make the difference between whatever the customer paid and your consultant price. Okay, you're going to, whatever that spread is, if it's 10% is 10%, if it's 20% is 20. And then you're going to get, and I'll show you this quick, okay, you're going to get the personal sales bonus on top of that. So besides that initial, you know, discount, let's just call it whatever it is. If Jaya paid $150 for something and I paid as a consultant $130, I'm making $20. Jaya was my customer. Okay, I'm making $20. But then, depending on how much sales volume I have, okay, if I'm between 500 and 1,000, I'm going to get another 5%. If I'm between 1,000 and 2,000, I'm going to get another 10. If I'm between 2,000 and 39.99, another 15. At 4,000, another 20. So when April says 30%, it's a minimum, because you're getting at least 10% in the difference in the price that they paid on the product, okay? And 5, 10, 15, or 20% more on top of that. And the thing that, and you know, I can tell by some of the questions that you really, it hasn't hit home yet for you, but it will. You have no idea what we mean when we're saying you get this every month. You don't have a clue, okay? Because we've been getting 2 or 5% total. Okay, so that means on collagen, okay, and I'm going to stop this share for a second, okay? That means on collagen. The first month, if I sold it to Liddy, and I made my $44 the first month, and forget the collagen cash because that's going away. So if you want collagen cash, you better get it in the next 3 weeks because that's going away, okay? But if I sign Liddy up, I make my $44, okay? That's the 40% on the 112 points, okay? Now, that ends this month, but let me just give you, here's what we've been getting paid. So if I brought her in 5 months ago, okay, I made $44 that first month. In the second month, I made $2.24. In the third month, I made $2.24. In the fourth month, $2.24. In the fifth month, $2.24. Now, if I placed it where I was getting 5%, then I was making $5.60 a month, okay? So why do I share that? Well, moving forward, I'm going to still make my $40 or so on that first order, okay? But every month after that, and I'm going to use the 30% number, and I know not everybody's at that, okay? But a lot of people on this call are at that, okay? We have a lot of people that are going to start with the 30% of 112 points. I'm just going to round it off. We'll call it $33. So I'm going to go from making $2 to $5 a month every month, which is what I've been making, to $33 a month every month. Do you think people are going to get excited when they see that coming in every month on every customer? I'm telling you, people are going to go crazy over that, okay? If somebody wants to know, what do I need to do to make a car payment? What do I need to do to cover, XYZ expense? Do you know how easy it's going to be to show them how to do that now? Because it's not going from that whopping $40 number or 40% number in the first month to 2% after that. It's basically 30% every month for life. So it gets very easy to set a goal for somebody to share, how do I do something? Okay. Well, let's see. What's your car payment? Well, my car payment's $400. Okay. What's the insurance? The insurance is another $100. That's $500. Okay. Well, you're going to need about a dozen collagen customers to cover that. I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to get real simple to do. And what April was saying, you just got to know a couple of these points like it's on the back of your hand. What I call no thought required. You just share the ease of how easy it is to do. And when people see that not only are you explaining it simply, but you believe what you're saying, then they want to get involved with you. We've had so many old people reach out to us in the last week or two. It's unbelievable. I mean, people we thought were dead, okay, are back in the business because they heard what was happening moving forward and they jumped back in. And when I mean dead, they were distributors just using the product because they love the product. Now they've decided to jump back in the business to make money. So, April, I got other stuff, but go ahead, whatever you were going to say.
Okay, so again, the bottom line is we are not doing anything different than what society is dictating we do because the stores are closing. People will not, I mean, I went to the mall last weekend, half the stores are closed, nothing's there. And we live in a pretty well-to-do area. It's not like we're in a bad area. So, you got to wonder where all these stores are closing and it's just, people are buying everything online, Amazon, every other which way. We all get tons of emails for different companies that are continually selling us something. If you Google something, it shows up in Facebook, it shows up on Instagram as ads. They're tracking everything we're doing. So who are we to buck trends and try to do things the old-fashioned way, so to speak, when now that we can just do this? So, there are people out there that will be looking to do this social selling. So in order to make this whole thing flow, we had to get new prices. Okay, so our price as a consultant pretty much stayed the same. Okay, and you will have a heart attack when I tell you the prices, but I want you to stay with me to the end because it really didn't change. And this is important for you to know. So, the Tri-Synergizer package, which is probably, one of our big sellers other than collagen, went up to $152.99. Okay, but remember the loyalty program. Every 200, you get $20 off. So I took the whole thing out because I had to do this for myself because I was kind of in shock. You can't see this. I think, Jay, I sent you a copy of what I
Yeah,
did.
I have it.
Yeah. So what I did is every month I put the old price, and you can do this for yourself. I put the old price, I put the new price, and how many points that was. And so it was like every other month I took another 20 off. But when I went through the whole year, it maybe was $90, $100 divided by 12. You're looking at prices for your customer so that you can get the 10% discount, increasing about $5, $6, $7 for their monthly thing. So why I'm saying this is you need to have the conversation with your customer. I've already had it with a bunch of mine. And I tell you, those of you that were with us in the old company where we had that famous weight loss product that people would still die for, it's just like that with the collagen. People really don't care. I've had people overnight it where the overnight freight was more expensive than the collagen.
Than the product, right? The
Yeah,
freight
it
was
has
more
been
than the
that
product.
results oriented that people want it. They've seen the pictures. Are there going to be people out there that don't care? Yeah, there are people out there that could care less if they ever dyed their hair or got a facial or did their nails or whatever it might be. There's going to be a subset that doesn't care about their health or their looks. We all know that. Protandim is a case in point. Everybody should be on Protandim, but do some people not see it? Yeah. So, that's not the audience we're talking to. We're talking to the ones that want a collagen that works. So, when you add out those numbers, you can do it for a whole year. So again, I took the old price, I took the new price, and I took the points, and every points goes up to 200, you get another $20 off. What is important is your customer needs to be on an auto ship. So if you're playing this game where you put them on an auto ship and take them off an auto ship because they don't like being on an auto ship, it's not going to work for them. They have to stay on the auto ship. Now you can put them out 3 months yourself. If you have their password and you're in their back office, you can easily put them out 3 months. What I do with my calendar, I still use a paper calendar. If I need to put somebody out more than 3 months or check back with them or whatever, I put it in my paper calendar to check on their account. If I'm managing their account, the company is also going to give us lists of who's got credits or monies to be able to use each month. So you can easily call them up. And that's going to be great because again, customer service now, we're going to get paid really well for this customer service. I enjoy customer service, especially once you know somebody's been on product a little. You may want to keep notes with what they do, kids, any kind of conversations you have, but it's like an ongoing relationship and we get paid for that. And when new products roll out, it's an easy conversation to have with them. And that's where you're able to build that customer base to where you'll find they're buying. Many of Bobby's and my customers, they buy several things because maybe they got started with Protandim, but then we added, the NRF1, and then we added the NAD, then we added shampoo, and, they've used a bunch of different things, which has built up again, that customer base. So again, you can do that. You can see the collagen was, what did I do? The collagen was $90 for the year. So you divide that, by each month. And again, not a big increase, not a noticeable increase. So your presentation to your customers, you have to let them know that, yes, there was a price increase, but the customer loyalty program brings it down to where even all year long, it's only going to be about a $90 increase or $7 per month. Okay, so you let them know so that they feel better about that when they do see it, so you know what's going on. But again, it's a conversation. I always let them know, put my name in your phone book, put it under LifeVantage, put it under Protan, put it under college, and whatever makes you remember me. So if I'm full service. If you need help, you've got questions, call me. And so that's how you put a customer at ease so that they stay with you answering all their questions. It's when you kind of sign them up and ghost them, that's a problem, when you don't stay in contact with your customers. As long as your conversations are short, I mean, I probably have more short conversations. This Zoom stuff is my longest conversation by far all week long. Everything with me is on and off, on and off, on and off. It's a short conversation, give a little direction, how you doing, and get off. So, you can actually take care of a lot of stuff. But again, we're not doing anything different than the trends are dictating out there. People want to work from home, and this. People need to make money, this. Even people that are kind of doing all right, why are they talking about eggs all of a sudden? So what, $6? It's still a lot cheaper than meat, right? Or something else you might buy. It's not terribly expensive, but we're talking about eggs. Well, it must mean something to somebody. Everybody today, the gas is going back up again. I'm like, how much is the gas? I don't even think anybody knew how much it was, other than the news said it's going back up again. So, it's what people are talking about. So it's very much in style to shop person to person, to shop online, and to get paid for what you're doing. So, we're not doing anything that everybody else isn't already
And just so everybody knows, the Friends and Family program is gone, okay, in 2 weeks. That no longer exists.
doing.
We have the new loyalty program where they can build up $10 or $20 every month, depending on their subscription, and get a credit back on that. So, but to the end of the month, we can use it. But then what do they call it? They sunset it. It's sunsetting.
Yeah.
The corporate has a term. I'm like, you guys are such chickens, man. Just call it like it is. You're sunsetting the program. I got a million other words I'd use, but before I'd come up with sunsetting.
Yeah.
Are
So-
you done, April?
One more thing. So as you go through your day, every day, to everyone you speak to, before you pick up the phone, before you text them, who do you know in Chicago? Who do you know in Atlanta? Who do you know in Iowa? Who do you know in Houston? You need to go down that list and figure out where you want to send people on different, like obviously I would be looking for things that were the 18th, then I might look midweek, and then I'm going to look again for the 25th, see who they know in different areas. If they've ever said my family was originally from wherever, Alabama, great. Where do we have a meeting in Alabama? So who do you know might be interested in wellness products? I mean, I asked somebody for a referral, and she's her friend gave me a referral of somebody in the town I wanted, gave me what I wanted, but they hadn't talked to them and doesn't know anything. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just call them up and figure it out anyway. But, it's all about networking. That's what we do. We network. So who do you know might be interested? Who else would love these collagen benefits? So just write that on your computer screen. Who do you know as everyone you talk to? Okay.
In along the lines what April was just sharing, we get so used to there being opportunity Zooms like on Tuesday and Thursday. We get so used to there being in-person meetings. Now it's like 30 different cities, that it's going on in, that we don't realize every time we let one of those meetings come and go without looking at our customer base, without looking at our friend base, without asking for referrals, we miss opportunities to allow other people to help us earn money. If you look at the speaker list of who the speakers are in these cities, man, I'd want 100 guests in every meeting. I mean, because I know who's doing it. Are you kidding? If Rachel was going to be there, or Tyler was going to be there, or the Poes were going to be there, or Tara was going to be there, who in the world doesn't want their people seeing those people? It's so I would make a point that Big Blue Calendar, at least twice a week, look at it and see where there's meetings going on, because they're popping up all the time, and I want to give credit. I know there's some folks on here from Chicago. Right now, we're going to be in Chicago with Skylar, and Rachel's going to be the guest speaker, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. they already have 17 guests booked and we're still 10 days out. Okay, that's what gets exciting, okay? It's not about the old, I don't mean old people meaning old as far as age, but it's not about the people that are in the business being in the meeting. It's about the people in the business bringing new people to see it. Okay, that's what it's about. And, you know, we have a separate text thread with the Chicago team. And, you know, here we are, you know, 17 guests are booked already and we're still 10 days out. I'm hoping they can get 40 guests.
Bob, that does not yet include all those who Catalina's people.
I
have
know.
Yeah,
booked.
I
That's
got a
just the
bunch that they
people
told me.
told us.
Yeah,
I know
I got
that. That's just the
Yeah.
ones that told us. So,
Yeah.
you know, if I were Lynn and Liddy and there were Fairfield and Brentwood meetings and stuff going on in California, man, I'd be looking to get fannies in those seats. You know, if I'm on the East Coast or from the East Coast and I know that there's a Northern New Jersey meeting, there's a Bethesda, Maryland meeting, and there's an Atlanta meeting. Okay, I'd be working that East Coast, okay? You know, there was never a meeting in New Jersey. There was never a meeting in Bethesda, and the Atlanta meetings just started recently. Okay, and there you got those, you know, those cities. And even South Florida this month, there's one in West Palm Beach, you know, in South Florida. So, you know, think about, now, I'm just gonna ask you is on behalf of me and April, we're going to be in Atlanta, and that's a big city. And that's, you know, that's a city where a lot of people there did not grow up there. Okay. They may have went to school there and they stayed there. Okay. It's a lot like Orlando. Nobody's from Orlando. They just ended up here. They were from somewhere else. And give some thought to who you might know in the Atlanta area. You know, give some thought to who you might know in the Washington, D.C., Bethesda area. Okay, or in Northern New Jersey, that includes New York City. Okay, give some thought to, you know, who you know in that area and look at that big blue calendar. April and I also just got a call from corporate. We were asked to train in New Orleans. So we will be one of the trainers at Evolve in New Orleans. I think we're going to have our own workshop for an hour. We're just going over the topics with them, but anyway, that, you know, we feel good about that. But please use that big blue calendar, and every Tuesday and Thursday you got Tyler and Rachel, either one of them or both of them, doing just a really, really good job with you know, sharing things. And what you're going to start to hear now, when you've already heard it from them, there's going to be really no more talking about the old, because that's gone. It's over. Okay. They're going to be selling the new now. And, you know, that's what's going to be talked about moving forward. We're only a couple weeks away. Okay. From March 1st. So you're going to just be hearing not the comparisons of old versus new, but just the benefits of the new plan, LifeVantage 2.0. Okay. So anyway, we're excited about all that. We had the good fortune of the company running what our business would look like if the old plan was paid instead of if the new plan was paid on our existing business instead of the old. And what got us excited is 93% of our distributors are getting a raise. So I'm sorry about the 7% that aren't, but I kind of like 93%. That is a good number. Okay. So
that 7% probably isn't on the call.
So probably they don't even know, or, you know, we inherited them back when, and, you know, they've never been plugged in. But anyway, that's, you know, that's very exciting. And obviously that applies to a lot of you on here. I can tell you, if your subscription, personal subscription, your basket, your sales volume number, I told you, if you click on that 200 number in your back office, it shows you your sales volume. if that number, you know, is 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, ours is up to almost, we're shooting for 8,000 this month because we want to be double diamond. There's no such position, but we're giving it a name. Okay, double diamond. If 4,000 is diamond and 8,000 is double, 12,000 is triple. Okay, and we're just giving it a new name. But I love the fact that people can just sell product and make 30 to 40% once they hit that 4,000 mark, and really make good money, and never build a business unless a person begs to get in. And even if you don't want to deal with it and they beg to get in, we'll help you out. Just we'll train them for you. You know, that's what I'm excited about, is people can earn a really big salary or big amount of money now, choosing the role that they play and get well paid for it. So it's very exciting times to be here. And like I said, we've all known about it for quite a while now. We've had a chance to get a running start. And I hope you use the next, what are we at, the 13th, the next 15 days to build yourself a big running start as the calendar turns into March. So want to open it for any questions, or so anything you got on your mind, bring it up. Let's talk about it.
Hey, Bob.
Did you say something? Oh, Steve, go ahead.
Hey, how are they handling the placement of people in the past?
There is no more placing moving
No,
forward,
I
but
mean, if you-
anybody where they are now, they stay.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
So wait, let's clarify that, because that's been a big question. If you have customers that have been placed under you by somebody else, or you have placed customers under somebody else, you will get the unilevel. So it stays there, so you're not hurt, but the enroller gets the full basket back of their customers. So they're paying twice, very generous, again, paying twice so nobody gets hurt. So if you're in the levels, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere with a customer, you're still going to get the unilevel on it. And I'm sure the unilevel isn't the right word, but you're still going to get paid the
They're
residual or
just
whatever.
calling it
term.
level bonus now, but whatever.
Okay, well, you're going to get paid the level bonus, but the enroller gets their customers back. So nobody's hurt. It's a win-win. So, you know, you can actually double dip this month. I'm not even going to get into that, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
So
you
how-
can-
how long will
But
we do
the
that?
answer to your question, Steve, is everything's staying where it is.
Okay,
Nothing is moving, okay? So, and moving forward, when we get into March, we will have the option to place distributors if we want to. There's not a reason to do it anymore unless it's geographic reasons, like they're in another state and they live close to each other, something like that. But customers cannot be placed anymore.
Great.
So, hey, they want you, they're forcing you to keep it in your basket so you can make 30%. So that's not a crime, okay? But distributors, if for whatever reason, there's some reason to put
Really,
one
it's got to
under
be
another
really
person.
strong because you're taking them off that 10%. So leave it there.
Now, if you move a distributor onto somebody, your first level is now 10%, not 2. So you're removing that 10%. So there's really got to be a good reason to do
Yeah.
it. And like I said, geography wise, or, you know, a family relationship, you know, they're related to each other or something like that, then by all means, you do the right thing. But the horse trading or just moving them around just for the sake of doing it, it doesn't make sense anymore with the new comp plan. And we can't do it with customers anyway. So the only option is with the consultants or distributors. You got that, Steve?
oh, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
just thinking about my people and the work in the tree and how I've placed people in different places over the
And they stay where they are and nothing changes. And I mean, we've placed hundreds and hundreds of customers over the 5 years that we've been here, and they stay where they are. They are where they are, and that's it. Lynn, did you have something? Did you raise your hand? No? Okay. Liddy, what do you think? You got it? You're muted. Oh, there you go.
I got it. Thank you.
Does it make sense to you?
The only question I had, the customers that we have placed under someone else, they're the ones that earn on them, right?
No.
Well, they do, and you do.
Now, let me explain it. If you enrolled them, Liddy, like they were yours, and then you placed them under somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're the enroller, they are in your basket. You're the one that is going to get the 10, 20, 30% on them. But you placed them under another person, that person is still going to get the residual income on them. They're still going to get it. Okay.
Really?
So the company is like eating that. Okay. So they didn't want anybody getting hurt on anything that was pre-existing. So the only exception to that is, let's say that you put it under Mary, and Mary was 4 levels down. Okay. So Mary is going to get paid first. The person above Mary is going to get paid. Now, this is the level bonus, the residual income. So Mary will get the 10, say Sally above her will get the 7, you know, Dave above that will get the 7. You will not get a level bonus because you're already getting 20 or 30% on that person. So it will skip you when it comes to the level, and then continue to pay your upline up to 9 people. Okay. So what they did is they didn't want anyone to get hurt. So you're getting the lion's share because you enrolled them. They're going to be in your basket, and you're going to get the 10, 20, 30, whatever it is. Everybody that was entitled to get the residual income that they call the level bonus is still going to get it, except you,
Okay,
because you're getting the lion's share already. Okay.
okay, all right, thank you.
Is that clear now? Do you
It
get
is,
that?
you knew I needed that, Bobby, thank you.
Don't be afraid to ask. It's pretty simple, but you know, until we get a couple months into it and it becomes second nature, ask. Because, you know, we have a 4-month head start. We knew about it back in October. So we don't expect you to understand it like we do, because we knew before. Okay, so if you're not sure, ask.
Okay. So just focus on getting customers. I got it.
Oh, yeah, and when they want to make some money, just say there's a lot of money to be made, but the distributors or the consultants are going to come from the customer base.
Yes.
That's
Right.
where almost, I bet 90% of them in the future will come from the people that are customers first.
Okay, thank you.
So anyone else?
I
Zuma?
want to make one point.
Jaya, go ahead, Jaya.
Still, there are people who want to buy and make use of Protandim. So do not forget that you need to sell only collagen. Protandim, there are many, many people who want it for different purposes, for health purposes. So you need to know about their requirement and do market that, because this month I got more Protandim customers than collagen customers, and from different parts. So I think it is very important because they have some problem and they want it. So you cannot just, if they need Protandim, don't try to sell them collagen. Sell what they want.
Always give them what they want, and that's why the packages are discounted. Okay, that's why when they buy 2 or 3 products in a stack, it's cheaper, because the idea, you always want to upsell them, but you got to do it when they're ready for it. And if they're not ready for it, you got to take the initial sale and then do good customer service like April does, and you'll end up getting them upgraded. Okay,
Yeah.
because what is the Glow package, the collagen Protandim together, is a big discount. I think they're only paying about $30 to add the Protandim in there. It's the whole thing is so discounted.
It
It's only like
supercharges the collagen. Who wouldn't want it?
right. So, Zuma, you got anything? You still got sea legs, or are you grounded? Unmute.
I'm grounded.
You're
Yeah,
grounded?
it was-
Okay.
yeah. It was really short. It was a fake cruise.
That's okay.
days.
It's still sea legs for a little while, you know? But, so do you understand the comp plan now, the way we just went over it? You're one of the ones that's getting a big raise. Cause you got a big basket. So,
And it's interesting because I never paid attention to that.
I know,
Mhm.
a lot of people didn't, okay? You know, Kenneth's basket now is up to almost 10,000. So he's going from his, you know, let's say he averaged 5% on the 10,000, making about, I mean, he earns other monies too, but on the residual, it's averaging 5%. So he's getting about $500 on the 10,000, and that's going to go to 3,000. That's 6 times the amount of money for doing the same thing that he's been doing. That's why it's so important that we get everybody on and staying on subscription, getting that loyalty program, which automatically will give them discounts every month or two, depending on the size of their order. But I'm telling you, when people start seeing, you're going to have people right here on this page that have been accustomed to making a few $100s a month, that's going to go to $1,500 or $2,000 a month just because of the change. And I'm telling you, something happens to people when they get a raise like that. Okay, all of a sudden they start telling the whole world about it, okay, with excitement and enthusiasm, and everything changes. So get prepared. All you got to do is click on that 200 number and see what the number is. Okay, I can tell you, I know Jay is, or in the, are you over the 4,000 yet, Jay? Or I know you're getting close.
Yeah, no, every month I do.
You've been over? Okay. So we've been in the 7,000-8,000 range for a while. Our goal is to get it up to 10. But, you know, why wouldn't you work on that number when 30% is going to be the pay? I mean, why in the world would you not work on that number? That's immediate guaranteed income. And think about it. If you have that many customers, you know that there are a few consultants in there. They're in there, okay? They're going to be in there, and they're going to be the ones that gave you a referral or two. And you're going to just be able to say, hey, why don't we just set you up so you can refer for yourself? You know, I'll still help you out. I'll still be there for your customer service, but why don't we get you in the business and the company will pay you direct? So
Don't shortchange anybody. You know, we've done a huge emphasis on customers, and the immediate money is there in the customers. But don't do yourself a disjustice with the distributors, because as you build your business, yeah, you get 10%, but there are some matching mentor bonuses that are 20%. So that first level now became 30%, whether it's a customer or a distributor. So that's like pie in the sky, but it's there. So, you know, that's why we're not talking about it, because it's, you know, a little bit pie in the sky, but it is there. The money is there on both ways.
And that is one of the reasons you have to keep on adding every month some customers. You know why? Some customers may drop out. So you need to keep fit.
if you
filling
want, I got this number, and I don't know if they were supposed to give it to me or not, but the average is between 10 and 11% fall off. So you got to be looking to make up that. And then if you want to grow it, you got to do a little better than that. Because if 10 or 11 is going to fall off, and that's not your fault, and that's not the company's fault, that's just how subscriptions work. They fall off sometimes. So if you want to surpass your number, you got to allow for the 9, 10, 11% that's going to fall off and do better than that. And then you grow your number. That's how you make the number get bigger. So. Anything else? Did we clarify it a little bit? I mean, we're going to keep working on it, and, you know, this is recorded so you can listen to it again, you know, if you want, but, you know, please go to Big Blue and look and see if you know anyone. Big Blue is the calendar in the back office in the top right-hand corner. Check the cities, okay? Jaya, we got 11 or 12 registered in Chicago as of now. Okay, distributors registered and 17 guests are there. So we're looking at about 30 so far with, you know, whatever we got, 10 days to go, 9 days to go. So.
Bob,
All right, you
hi,
got it?
this,
Go ahead. Who said that?
hi, this is Rhonda Joy.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hi. I wonder if you might be able to give me kind of a sample invitation to one of these events in the outlying areas that are on the big blue calendar. Could you give me a sample?
They're all, is there one in particular that you want? Because they're all on Facebook.
Yes,
Which one do you want?
Indianapolis.
Okay, that's on Facebook. I'll just, me or April, I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
If you go on the LifeVantage Facebook page, there's an invite for every city. And it tells you who the speakers are. It gives you the time, the date, the hotel and all that. So if you go there, it's there, but we also have them. So if you see a city and you don't see the invite, text us. Because I have them all on my phone. I have all 25 cities on my phone. So,
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
all right. Anybody else?
In the distributor page, in the LifeVantage Facebook distributor page, is that where you're finding it?
It's in a few different places. People have them in their groups. They're on the Facebook. I think it's the official distributor pages. It might be the US distributor page. But if you don't see a city that you want, just text us because we're on a speaker thread and we're on a host thread because we're hosting and we're speaking. So we have all of them on that thread and we can just forward it to you. So if you don't see it, just text us and we'll send it. All righty. All right, let's finish up strong and we'll, hopefully we're looking forward to taking care of your guests in Chicago and Atlanta. That's for sure. It's been a while since we used to practically live in Atlanta in the early days in our first company. We went to Atlanta for 2 or 3 days, like every week for about a year. So we were there a lot. So we had an office there. So, but it'd be nice to get back there. And most of the group there is Jason Kakenzie. I don't know if you guys know Jason. He will be hosting when we come in to do the meeting for him. And he is doing the meeting in Bethesda and he is very good. Okay, so if you have anyone in the Maryland, DC area, Jason does a fabulous job. You definitely want to get him plugged into that because he's